Hi friends, today we will discuss about the new topic that is national income. So, what do we mean by national income? National income is the aggregate of the factor incomes earned by the normal residents of a country in an accounting year. It is the aggregate of the factor incomes earned or obtained by the normal residents of a country in an accounting year. So here what do you mean by aggregate? Aggregate means the total or sum total of the factor incomes. Factor incomes. What are the factor incomes? What do you mean by the factor incomes? Factor incomes here means it is the flow of income that is derived from the factors of production. Factor income, it is the flow of income that is derived from factors of production. So what are the factors of production? Factors are mainly there are four types of factors of production. They are land, your labor, your capital, or enterprise. All these four factors provide income. All these four factors provide us income. Land gives us income in the form of rent. Labor gives us income in the form of wages. And capital gives us income in the form of interest. Similarly, enterprise gives us income in the form of profit. So, enterprise, what do you mean enterprise? Enterprise means it is a partnership or it is an association. They are regularly involved in an economic activity. So, when all these incomes of the four factors of production are included collectively, they are called as your national income. Clear? So, all these factor incomes obtained or earned by the normal residents of a country in an accounting year, this is called your national income. So, so here normal residents, what do you mean by normal residents of a country? What do we mean by the normal residents of a country? A person is said to be a normal resident of a country who ordinarily or who generally resides in India and whose center of economic interest lies in India. Whose center of economic interest lies in India is called a normal resident of a country. Here, accounting year. What do you mean accounting? Accounting year means it is the financial year. It is the financial year. The financial year or the financial year starts from 1st April and ends in 31st March. Ends in 31st March. The financial year starts from 1st April and ends in 31st March. This is called your accounting year. So, by national income, in other words, it is the value of all final goods and services. It is the value of all final goods and services produced by the residents of a country in an accounting period. It is the value of all final goods and services. So, what do you mean the final goods and services? What do you mean the final goods and services? Final goods here means these are the goods that do not require further processing. These are the goods that do not require further processing. These goods are also known as consumer goods. These goods are also known as your consumer goods. These are produced for the purpose of direct consumption by the end consumer. For example, your goods may be a bicycle, a radio, a television. These are the final goods. These are the final goods, and these are used by the consumers directly. But the parts of the bicycle, the parts of the television, the parts of the radio, these are not the final goods. These are rather intermediate goods, using which we can make the final goods, your radio, your television, or your bicycle. So clear? It is so clear here. Final goods and services. Services. What do you mean services? Services means the bank, the insurance company, they provide us services. These are the final services. So it is the value of all final goods and services produced by the residents of a country in an accounting year. It is called your national income. It is called your national income. So, in accounting parlance, it is a flow concept which is defined over a certain period of time. Usually, the accounting year, as I told you earlier, from first it starts from 1st April and ends in 31st March. Remember, national income, it is measured in terms of GDP. The national income is measured in terms of GDP. GDP means what? GDP is the most. GDP means what? GDP means the full form of GDP is the gross domestic product. Gross domestic product. It is the most commonly used measure for the size of an economy. GDP is the most commonly used measure for the size of an economy. So gross domestic product is the measure of the aggregate value of all the final goods and services produced in an economy in a financial year within the domestic territory. National income aggregates are either estimated based on your factor cost or the market price. So national incomes are estimated basing on your factor cost or the market price. So I will discuss later on about the factor cost and about the market price. So in this chapter, the introduction, just I gave you the introduction about the national income. I think you might have understood about the topic, about the concept of national income.